There's a kind of love that God only knows.
All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this morning's conversation. It is February 20th, 2024. My name's Sean Murphy. I'll be your host for the next little bit. We're going to have a conversation this morning on the idea of being grateful for the struggle. Wait, what? What? Yeah, the idea of being grateful for your struggle. Why would you be? What would you be? What's the reason for it? What's the idea that you could be grateful for your struggle? Well, it puts you into a new shape. It puts you into a new mindset. The challenge is that the reason that struggles are difficult for people is because they haven't built the habit to make them easier. That's called discipline. Discipline is the ability to, I can't talk this morning, is the ability to do something long after the emotion that caused you to make the decision has faded away, right? That's why probably around now, a lot of the gyms are getting back to their normal state of people that are in them, right? The normal attendees, everybody went and signed up in the beginning of the year. So what are you grateful for in your struggle? What's the struggle you have to go for today? Dr. Wayne Dyer said, he said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If you have this desire to understand how your struggle can get you better, you'll get to the other side of it a heck of a lot faster. The reason most people fail in their midway through the struggle, what's that song? If you're going through heck, just keep going. Although it doesn't say heck, right? H-E double hockey sticks. If you're going through hell, just keep going. Well, there's a lot to that. There's also an understanding that if you're in it because of an emotion, because of a feeling, because of an attraction. The law of attraction works all the time. Everything happens for your favor. Everything happens for your good. So if you're dealing with some stress right now, you can switch it. The law of polarity says that if I'm 3 feet away from you, you have to be 3 feet away from me. If I'm 3,000 miles away from you, I can't be 3,001 inch away from me. You can't be that. It's just the law of opposites say there's an exact opposite. And with every challenge comes with its own seed of its solution. This is where habits come in. See, we are habitually going to respond the same way we respond to all of the challenges that happen in our life. Somebody cuts you off. How many of you know somebody that if you're driving with them and something happens, you can predict their response before the event happens? There's a good chance the event might happen. And if it does, you can predict how they're going to respond. Joe Dispenza says that's your personal reality making up your personality. See, the struggle that you have is the personality that you've adopted. Listen carefully. I'm a barely graduated high school, longtime lover of personal undevelopment, so I hope I can get this across. Where you sit right now in your energy, in your space, in your finances, in your relationships is based on your personality. Hang on, before you switch channels. Your personality makes up your reality. Your personality can also be made up by your reality. Your personal reality makes up your personality. If you have to deal with coworkers at the office who are just, I don't know, witches on wheels and warlocks on bicycles, they're just not the people you would normally hang around with. That's your problem. How they are is their problem. If you have a relationship that's right now in struggle, that's your problem. It matters not what they did. I understand they may have done some crazy stuff. They may have won the lottery. I saw a funny cartoon the other day. Guy comes home to his wife and he says, "Honey, if I won the lottery, what would you do?" She said, "I would take half your winnings and I would leave." He said, "Here's $3 and I packed your suitcases." You want to scratch off. My point is that perception is reality. When you become grateful for your struggles, there's something that happens. This is one of those things I can't explain it. You ever had one of those ideas, those concepts, those beliefs, those feelings? I just can't explain it. When you have this idea that you get to control how you respond, that's a struggle. See, we're not wired for that. We're not wired for struggle. We're wired for things to be difficult or tough or aggravating or frustrating. That we were raised with. The tough question is, how do you transition from that? You probably respond a lot like somebody in your family to situations that are difficult. You have what's called default mode network, DMN, default mode network. In your brain, when you operate and you respond to a particular situation that causes you to do it instinctively, that's your default mode network. Now, your default mode network is when you shut down, is when you kind of take a break. You operate in certain ways. Your default mode network is you just finished a bowl of ice cream and you didn't even remember making it. You went and got a second helping of food and you didn't want it. You said, "Oh, man, this is so good. I want some more, but I really don't need it." But you wind up, you go and your default mode network is the thing that takes over when you are not consciously aware. And that's where pain comes from as well. There's people who I have conversations with on a regular basis, CEOs, executives, CMOs, chief marketing officers, people in the C-suite, they call it, right? And they'll say, "I don't know why the organizations aren't doing this or they're not doing that." I always ask, I said, your tone sounds frustrated. "Yeah, I'm frustrated." Aren't you teaching the law of attraction inside of your community, inside of your organization, inside of your company? Don't you stand up on stage at your national and global meetings and talk about the law of attraction? "Yes, I do." Then if you're frustrated, knucklehead, what does the universe have to bring you? "Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about." My mentor would say, "You're right. You're wrong. I'm right. Let's move on." This is this whole idea of thinking that it's temporary, that the struggle is temporary. The struggle is for your greatness. You don't, this is the difference between struggle and being strong. You have to be strong. How many of you have told, drop an S in the chat? Somebody said, you got to be strong in your struggle. See, when you switch it, you can become powerful. And that's where most people have no clue how to get you into your power. Your power takes you out of the struggle instantly. If you are suffering, you are struggling, and you are being strong. You are trying to resist the situation. The situation is it. And the more you think about it, the more it shows up. If you've ever said words like, "When am I going to get a break?" You're sitting in strength, not power. And when you fall in love with your struggle, when you become grateful for your struggle, when you fall in love with the gratitude that the resistance allows you to sharpen your intentions. See, the reason you're struggling is because you haven't set an intention. Wait, what? I'm dealing with my organization just collapsed and I lost 2 countries and I lost 5,000 people because for whatever reason. I know that because I went through that. In a week, lost 2 countries the company pulled out of. 5,000 distributors. That's a struggle. There's nothing I could do to alter that case. And if I'm sitting and complaining, what does the universe have to bring me? More complaining. And it did. Until Jim Rohn's favorite word, until I decided to step out of strength and being strong and stepped into my power. I was able to find another company inside of that are opening and operating in those countries and ask people if they would like to join that company. Let them go into that other company. I didn't move over there, just found a place to take care of the families that I had helped and put into positions of power. Your change, the shift that's going to happen in your life today, if you fall in love with your struggles, is you take back your power. You don't have to be strong anymore. Doing 1,000 push-ups doesn't get you to your goal, unless your goal is to do 1,000 push-ups. Then you've used your power to stay disciplined to do the strategies necessary. The challenge is we always ask, how? Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how. Tell me what to do. What should I do? What should I do? Tell me how. And strategy is strength. The difference between a mule and a thoroughbred is I don't have to teach the thoroughbred how to run. The mule is strong, can carry probably a heck of a lot more than a thoroughbred can, but it is a strategy-based tool. Thoroughbred is a state. Now, you can train them and you can work with them and you can tweak them, but they are bred for that, right? Isn't that what they say? They are bred for that. What are you bred for? Why did you come here? To be strong or to be powerful? Fall in love with your struggle and you'll see power you never thought you had. I'm your brain training, brain scrambling misfit leader, Sean Murphy. I'll see y'all where? I'll see you at the next event. If you'd like to go join me for the live Q&A that happens now for the next 20 minutes or so, you can go to unlearnme.live, set up your no-fee account, and you can join us in the Zoom. You'll see it. Morning calls. Just click the big blue button, and I'll see you there. Love you tons. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now. And YouTube, I think we're live streaming over there. I hope you have an amazing, fun-filled day. Join us at www.unlearnme.live.